All right, bitch.
All right. Welcome
Finally.
back to another episode
Of Rala.
Rala.
Yeah.
Rala and baby.
Who's that?
Rala and baby.
Say
Oh,
huh.
yeah? The big
The
idea. Mom.
Boom, boom.
Wow. Okay.
We can say different stuff in the in-between parts.
And yeah. Yeah, we could and we did.
Like we could say, who's that?
Yeah. Or, oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could surprise each other a little
Yeah.
bit more. That's nice. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Oh, finally.
You know what else, though? We can't change it now, but I also realized we're far away again. It makes a difference.
It does make a difference.
It makes a difference. We like to be close to each other.
We like it.
We really like, we're like, really,
Still touch, but
Yeah.
don't squish my finger.
I really heard it earlier.
At least twice.
Twice?
Maybe.
I wonder if we could do a podcast where for 45 minutes we just see if we can laugh the whole time.
I think it's good to try.
But not today. That's not the
today.
big
No,
idea
today-
today.
no.
Today gets serious.
Today it's serious, and also we went on roller coasters before this.
Yeah.
So let that be said to the people.
Yeah, we're tired.
Come on.
In like a nice way that we'd like to include you in.
Yeah, Diedrich.
Diedrich.
You never even went on a roller coaster with us yet.
Oh, that's sad.
We have a life that is long, and we will.
Wow, Diedrich. We'll do it.
We'll do it. I like showing up in this one with my finger like that. Oh, well, finally, we're here to talk about what it's like to direct each other.
Yeah, we do that. That's really nice.
It's really nice, and we've actually we're sort of new to it because it's the first full round that we've done. We're about to go into round number 2, duo, or round number 2.
Wow.
As they say.
Portuguese. Portuguese.
Interesting.
Wow. You know, in England, if you're old in Portuguese, they call you a Portugueser.
That's good. They should.
They should anyway.
At least they should anyway.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay
well.
for me. How's it going for you?
I think it's interesting.
Okay. Okay. Well, we do direct each other.
Uh-huh.
And maybe we talk first about how you just, your new show, you just did a full run of your last one is tomorrow and it's 17 shows then.
Wow, is
Oh, shut up.
it? What? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Cool, I didn't know.
I knew it was 16 and now there's one extra one, so it's 17. No, not 18.
Yeah,
Too
extra
bad.
ones.
Because my show is called The First 3 Minutes of 17 Shows.
If you didn't understand that until
Yeah.
now,
which
grow
Lana
up.
directed.
Yeah, I did direct.
Yeah.
Already a long time ago, actually, when we think about that. Like,
Yeah.
that directing process actually happened in 2024.
Yeah.
That whole year.
Yeah.
No, not even that whole year, because you debuted 2025?
2024.
Really?
Yeah.
So then it started 2023, basically.
Well,
End
yeah.
of it.
Yeah, but I didn't do my first work in progress until February of 2024. But
That's
it's
quite crazy.
Yeah, it started because I was at the Fringe, and I was just talking to Laura Davis, who's very awesome, inspiring comedian who's Australian, and I was thinking, because I was talking to her for the first time I ever met her when I was like thinking about this show, and I was like, oh, what if I did? Because I was having all these ideas for a show, and then I was like, what if I did the first 3 minutes of 17 shows? And then I was like, there's something here, there's something here. I felt like locked into it.
Yeah.
And she said something I was just reminding you about, which was like, you'll know it's the right idea because it won't leave you alone, which was really nice. Like, that's a nice, like, permission to have a sentence around.
Yeah.
Because it's already a way that I felt about ideas, kind of. Like, I have been in phases where I'm like, I got to write down every thought I have. But those are not the phases for me. Sometimes when I'm like really in the middle of making something, it can get like that a little bit now. But it's like, I also trust that like the ideas, the concepts not necessarily the tiny jokes. Tiny jokes get them down, but the concepts, the things I'm supposed to be working on, are gonna keep coming up and bubbling on until whatever. And Laura saying that, like, that you'll know because it won't leave you alone, was so good. A thing I've been coming back to.
Yeah, and she's been doing comedy. They've been doing comedy for
20 years.
Which is amazing.
Amazing.
And they always have a show that makes you feel something deep inside of your gut in a way that's like they're engaging with their ideas for real. And they go to the forest a lot to do that.
Yeah, they're walking in the forest for hours.
And they smoke weed in a cool way, like in a way that's like the way that I like to smoke weed, which is like to use it as a tool to look at my brain, not like as a disassociative tool, but rather as like a thing that like offers me the paths that I can look at that I would maybe not thought like, oh, all of these are available to me, which is like something that happens also with mushrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
But I haven't really used mushrooms for the creative process pretty much at all. Something that for me might be interesting at some point.
Yeah.
When I talk about drugs. And I only think that for me, the ones that are interesting are those two. Those feel like, because they're heart-opening ones for me. They're not, they offer me a route like into the things that I already care about.
A route, not a route. Interesting.
Right. And you say curious.
Curious?
Oh, okay.
Did you think I said curious?
Yes, just earlier. And I said, look at that.
I'm curious about that.
Some people say curious. Some people say curious.
Curious.
You kind of say curious.
No, I don't. I don't say that.
Okay, I think everybody should listen.
Curious. Everybody listen, write in. Write in with a phonetic spelling.
No, you can only write it the way it is written.
And just so everybody knows, I am interested in mushrooms. I'm not interested in weed. It's not the one for me.
Yeah, which I did have a conversation with this, but it was so unfair, which with a friend of mine that was like about like how weed was like a thing that uncovered like it offered you all of your thoughts at the same time, and that people who couldn't handle it were people who couldn't handle their thoughts.
Okay. I don't feel like that at all.
I don't think
like
that
when
at
I
all.
do when I've
The fact that you're not into it is the thing for me to be
I feel like I don't have like many thoughts at all. I'm just like, I feel like it doesn't do anything good for me. It makes me like feel, I don't know. But also there is this thing that I've been like, oh, there's like the different kinds of weed, the body one, the brain one, or whatever. I'm interested. One time I ate a little bit of a gummy and I was like, maybe this could be interesting. But like, I've never had a great time. But mushrooms, yeah.
Yeah, mushroom. I mean, that like little bit of it for the creative. I'm actually gonna do that when I'm in Peru now.
What?
Well, because I talked to this artist that I love, and they told me about an album that you listen to when it's John Hopkins, an album about psychedelic meditation, psychedelic meditation for something. I can't remember exactly, but the artist is John Hopkins with a Jon, and they said that
Which is also a medical school in Baltimore?
That was one of the things I said as well. A really good university.
I used to want to go there.
Really? That's where my sister's husband went.
That's because I wanted to go there because of that guy who wrote Gifted Hands, who then became like Trump's like hospital guy. But I like read his biography when I was like on my parents' toilet when I was a kid. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a brain surgeon. I'm going to go to Johns Hopkins.
Wow.
Ben Carver? I don't know. But anyway, he ended up being a meme about how not good at his job he was and stuff.
Wow. But that university has been in both of our heads in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, the universities in the U.S. are obviously the names of them, and they mean stuff to all of us.
Yeah. And,
well, yeah, this guy is a singer-songwriter, I don't know, and he made like a sort of like meditative thing that you go through the journey, like you should close your eyes, put on noise-canceling headphones, and trip by yourself, which I've never done. And I mean, now that I've actually found my newfound freedom with squirming on the ground for the first time, which I had never done, when I went, oh, I've done mushroom, now I've squirmed on the ground, it does mean to me that I had never really engaged fully with all of the feelings that I was having in my body when I was doing mushrooms before. Not that I've done it that many times, but maybe like 7 in my life. And always with so much care and respect, may I say. Like, I mean this it is entirely special to me. No part of it is not sacred. Even the laughing part and the giggly part is like sacred. And now that I squirmed on the ground, I felt like, whoa, like there is this new way in which I can allow myself to engage with me now that like I am really kind of looking at everything in a new way because of this new phase in my life that I'm in. And I was like, would it be really interesting to do a mushroom trip by myself? And I'm going to Peru now, and I'm going to be in Sacred Valley in Cusco, which is like literally sacred ground. And I extended my trip one day.
So scoop her up. Get in there. You know what it should be. You know what you'll be doing.
This is definitely coming out way later.
No, I'm putting this one out. I'm putting this one out.
Scoop her up.
Scoop her up.
Well,
Track her down
by
and
now,
scoop her up.
It's already been happening, and I did it in my hotel room by myself in a way that was completely safe.
You did what?
This mushroom trip that I'm talking about.
Oh, you already did it.
In a sense.
Oh, right. In a sense. In the future sense?
I mean, in the sense that by the time anyone's listening to this, I already did it.
Yeah. And it was awesome?
Yeah. It was awesome.
This is nice. Actually, we should do one where the big idea is like we're talking about like the future as the past.
Awesome. Would love it.
Yeah.
We can do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You hated having to do it tomorrow. Made me cough and everything.
Okay. Back on track.
Yeah. Okay, so we direct each other.
So I had this idea. I was like,
Laura Davis said this. And
Laura
then that's
Davis
where
said
it
this.
went
I was
away
like, oh,
because we
this
started
is
talking
the
about
idea.
weed.
The idea is like, I want to do this first 3 minutes of 17 shows. I knew one of the ideas I wanted to do was the story about how I started doing comedy after I had a miscarriage at 17 weeks pregnant. Then I was like, oh, like having this idea at Edinburgh, we were spending a lot of time together. I was there. I was only doing 15 minutes in the Pleasance Comedy Reserve, which is a really nice opportunity for up-and-coming comedians to go to the Fringe, get to see a bunch of stuff, and do just like 15 minutes on a mixed bill. They pay you a little bit of money. They put you up in a like accommodation. In a accommodation.
Don't wear it out.
And it was great. And then I got to just be there, only do 15 minutes a night and get to see a bunch of stuff, have a bunch of ideas. And we were spending a lot of time together. And we were like, and when you're there, if you're us, you're like open-hearted, crying, laughing, tired, not sleeping enough, like just like seeing a bunch of stuff that moves and inspires you. And we're talking all the time, crying, open, laughing. You're doing your show, an incredible show.
Thanks, man.
And then I was like, I'm going to make this show. Oh my God, I think I'm going to make this show. And then I was like, what do I want? I want the show to feel like how we feel together, like in those times. And also now we know each other really well. We have the access to that at all times, which is so nice. Like we can like have a little cry on the tram, have a little like and giggle our way all the way here. Very nice. And I was like, that's what I want my show to feel like, how it feels like to have a friendship like that and to be like warm and open. And I want to stay connected to that. And not all like the comedy environments I was in at that point were like, felt like that was like the main option, basically.
Yeah, but you were smart also, like to even know that like you can start a show from how you want it to feel.
Yeah.
That's already real smart.
It was real smart, actually. I think in retrospect, because it worked really well and because it really worked to have you direct it, because that's how we feel in this relationship. And I was like, I think if I can stay in contact with that feeling and that relation and I put that relationship in the center of making it and like give myself also, then I wonder if I can do it. And I did it. And we did it together. And it was really nice. And it was like we were still figuring out, I think.
Yeah. Also how it worked was like because we live in different countries and you were like what we did in the beginning when we were figuring it out was like you would send me videos of your show and I would watch it and then we would talk about what you were doing. But there was like a lot of like obviously it is very like you decide about all the stuff that you're going to put in it and then like you put a thing up and then you look at it together after what you've put up and then you both like have a conversation about like what do you feel about what you did there and what do you feel about how you want it to go and like
I wasn't recording most of them though. Like, I feel like that changed. Like, that was kind of a newer. Like, I voice noted you a lot.
But I have a feeling I watched so many of them.
I think it felt like that because they were
No.
bad.
No, from the beginning.
You watched the first one for
Uh-huh.
sure. The first one I recorded, and that was like, in the beginning, I was like doing like, this is how I'll structure the show. I'll tell everybody at the top the 17 shows that I'll do. I'll like do like basically 10 minutes of normal stand up. Then I'll go through the shows. Some of them will be so fast, and then I'll go through to the end. And that was one of the biggest first notes you gave me that was like vital, which was just start the shows.
That was Leo to me. Which
really
was that
good.
embrace to him.
That's
so nice.
Really nice.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. And now that we're doing it back, like I am like when I give you a note, a lot of times it's a note you gave me.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And it's also like these are the ways in which you do know that like everything belongs to everybody, and like all of the tools are at our disposal all of the time, and it's like just knowing. But it's similar to Muse style stuff, like letting the tool kind of go through you and go to the other person is like the gift that you can give somebody as a collaborator.
Yeah.
But also like, yeah, like, and it's really important not to lose connection with the fact that like, yeah, all of these things are like ideas that are floating all around us all of the time. And we just get to catch the big fish, David Lynch.
Still, you haven't read it.
I listened to maybe 10 minutes.
Did you?
Yeah, because they were available for free.
Oh, right. You said
Because
okay.
I couldn't find it on Audible.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And then
Right. So then just
it was
start
a
the
lot
show.
of that was one of the ones.
Yeah, I just start the show and also do something in the
And
beginning.
then I ended up giving you that goddamn same note back about your
quite
show.
like even interestingly late. It wasn't. It's like the thing come back like in a in a nice moment when you need it.
Yeah.
And also because sometimes it's like if you're too unsure about everything you're doing in the show, it's too much to start the show right away.
Yeah,
It might be crazy.
In the beginning, maybe it is like
Yeah.
you have to explain because you need to make it safe enough also for yourself to do it. So like,
Yeah.
it's like there's a certain point that comes that's like now you don't need to explain anymore.
I know, it's so amazing that comes.
Yeah. And now you must actually do it like it's the real show, not like it's an excuse that you're making for what will be the real show later.
I know, so hard when you take your caveats out.
It's nice.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, now is the time.
Yeah.
And it's to watch your friend, to get to like watch, I think getting to direct you and getting to like see with such like clarity while you were nervous and couldn't figure out things, and I like I had no doubt. I hope that doing my next show that will like be there somewhere.
It will,
Yeah.
but also it will be like it
Yeah.
will resonate when I say it.
Yeah,
That'll
yeah,
be the actual
yeah,
thing that
yeah.
ends up, which is so crazy because
Yeah.
like what at suit like you're putting like shows under your belt and like being like, yeah, I already know this,
Yeah.
but like
You
even,
gotta be reminded. You gotta be
oh
like,
my
yeah.
god, the caveat thing or like the starting with like this is a show or like the backing it as a show
Yeah.
throughout the show or like being able to take kind of risky like tonal shifts.
Yeah.
It's like you can do that.
Yeah.
You know that like the audience will come with you if you just are confident in it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately and fortunately, the whole thing about stand up is that you are in and out of these confidence loops. Like
Yeah.
you are completely without like a ground to stand down in a time where maybe 3-4 months ago you couldn't have felt more confident.
Yeah. Yeah. What the hell?
I know. It's amazing. And the truth about literally everything, which is one of the things that connects us to being alive, which is like, that's also the trap of it, which is amazing trap of it, which is like, you think that you got it. Like you do constantly in stand-up think that you've got it.
Yeah.
And then you do got it for a little while, but then you let it go. Like you start doing your show and you got it. You got the show. You engage with the show. And then the time when you're trying to get around to making a new one, please say about your hair not growing sometime. Which I love that I know that because of you.
Well, there's this thing about hair.
Yeah, give it to the people.
Well, okay.
And the people listen to the lady.
Well, there's this thing about hair. I think I heard it from Jonathan Van Ness. And I think what they said was...
That's so funny that I opened for Jonathan Van Ness.
Did you? That's really funny.
It was actually hilarious. In like a 3,000-seater, nobody had seen stand-up in that room.
That is so funny.
Yeah, go on.
Well, you can tell them that this has made its way back to you. I don't know why I heard. I think because me and my kids and my partner like sometimes watch Queer Eye. Maybe they said it on there, but it was like that. You think your hair. It was not about the creative process, but I was like, this is about the creative process.
Because you're smart.
You think that your hair grows at the same time all the time. You think like, oh, like a little millimeter every like a little bit of time. And you're like making progress all the time, but that's not how hair growth works. It's not consistent. It's like you have growth cycles and you have like a certain amount of them in your life and they grow for a little bit and then it stops growing and it's just still. And then you shed some hair and then
Amazing.
it grows again. And then I was like, that's how I make stuff. Because I have always kind of been trying to find out how to inch the same amount forward all the time.
Yeah.
And that has never worked for me for a long period of time. But I can whip something up like no problem. And I love a reason to whip something up. I love like, do you want to do this weird show? And then like I get to put something together and like then I feel like excited. But like when I'm trying to invent like a circumstance that I should create the same amount every day, I'm like, I can't do it.
It's just obviously so funny also like how often we have to be reminded of like we live in a world with seasons and like things are cyclical and like there's no chance that everything works like according to a clock. The clock is something we made up. Nothing is like clockwork except the clock that we made up. Like
that's how the clock works.
It's just so silly. And
but
also when you say this for me, I go, thank God we have this. Thank God we have this real thing about our hair that's part of us. Where it's like we literally also have like our uterine lining. But it's like the good thing about the hair one is like it's not even consistent within like the timeline. Like it's not like it's going on a cycle that's always the same.
I mean, it might be. I don't know.
I actually looked it up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. It's kind of like there's something about like the nutrients that you're putting in and like it is dependent on like this kind of I guess it might be some sort of cycle of some sorts, but it's not like clockwork.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
And also I think it's like because it really does mimic the creative process for me too. Like I make the thing, and then there's like this like sort of like stasis period where the thing exists. People are giving feedback on the thing. I'm still like, and because it's stand up and performance, I am still presenting the thing, but and so maybe tweaking or whatever. But it's not this like kind of like
fermentation.
Yeah, or like
what's the word?
I don't know. I was gonna say frenzy, but that didn't. There is something that's like a cloud of like you're like wow, like sculpting this thing, like walking around it, moving it from here to here. Like there's some kind of like fervent energy involved in that period. And then whereas there's presenting thing, it's like it's then you get the feedback and you like are like doing the thing, but it's like it feels like still. And then when you right before you start making another thing, it feels like you might not be able to ever again. Things are falling out. You're like, oh, and that was it. And that was the thing I made.
That one is so nice. Like it's so nice to when you are in that process say, wow, I'm in which is like that thing that the guy said in the Quaker meeting, which was like he got up and said, I'm not being able to sleep. I can't sleep. I'm staying up all night. Like I'm thinking about this thing. He goes, I just realized now, like that's just what I'm going through right now.
That's nice.
Sat back down and I was like, this is massive. This is like amazing and massive. And it's like to notice when that is the time that that's happening to you, to while you are in that, because that's the thing also that a collaboration offers you. It's like, right, this is the time that you're in right now. I remember we talked about this hair. When the hair thing came out, it was because you were in a stagnant moment. And you were really feeling like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And also you were feeling like it's the fact that the show was successful was like inhibiting your possibility of making something new, which
because
isn't even true.
Well, in a way it was,
but it isn't even true now. Like
now it's not true.
But
at that time I was being asked to do this show a bunch of places, and I was still, my mind and my like emotions were still so full from doing this show and the response. And it was a very big success. I got to go back to Edinburgh. I got to go do a month off Broadway. I got to do it in LA.
Huge.
I'm still doing it now at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. That feels amazing to me also because I still like doing the show. I'm still moved by the show. People are still moved by the show. People are like really getting something from it and they want me to keep doing it and I want to. So that's nice. And it is a different energy than creative energy. Performance energy is not the same. Although it can be for moments on stage, it's not the same as creative energy that you can like keep building on. So also, at that time, like I was like getting ready to go to New York and like whatever. And I was just like, I didn't feel like I had enough hands to pick up another project with. And now I feel like, oh, I could still keep doing this show in a certain way. And I really feel also capable of like putting a new thing together, which feels good.
Yeah.
Not in this exact moment because I'm doing a lot of things that use those skills right now, but like after I go home, I can,
Yeah, like it's about what starts bubbling up. And like I think the feeling is like nothing is bubbling up. Like there isn't even like I can't even see what the seeds would be that are going to be the thing. That's the process, like the place before.
Yeah, and I did have like some, like I was like, oh, this and this and this are like themes. There are themes, but like I just like I didn't have room I didn't have like the heat underneath the pot to like make it go. I'm like, I can put the things in the pot, I can whatever, but I didn't have the like impetus.
Yeah.
And now I have it again, and I'm excited.
Yeah, it's also nice to know you didn't have it. It comes back. It's like
right.
it comes back in different moments. I also didn't have it. I was like, I had that feeling of like I should have already like according to the cycle that I had set myself on.
Yeah.
Like I should have already been thinking of what my show is going to be about.
Yeah,
I should have already like, had some idea that would relate me to what the hell I'm going to be focusing everything on. And I felt empty. Yeah,
it's interesting because, like, for me, like, I don't have, like, I can have ideas. But, like, I need that, like, it's like the heat. Like, to, like, make myself do it. Like, to be like, whoa, okay, like, we're doing that.
Yeah, I need that too.
Yeah. But also, like, when you came to New York and you were starting to work on your show, and this was after I was still I was in this state of, like, like, I don't know, like, I got to start working on something new. I can tell that would be good for me. And I'm still like really in the middle of this. And I'm about to do a New York run. You came to New York for a week and we spent a week together there. And you were at this point where like, I have to do a work in progress in a month for a week.
Not even in a month.
In a couple weeks.
Like in a week and a half, in 2 weeks.
And so we like sat down with
a diner.
Yeah, with like a piece of paper and like wrote down
what were the bits that I had been doing.
Yeah.
And the bits that I've been doing were fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
And also because they were all nonsense, I was trying out like that was during the time where I was like, what if I'm silent on stage for a bit because I could not write because I was going through a lot and like I was like it was just like really kind of beaten down by the stuff that was happening in my personal life and I couldn't I just couldn't find like there was just no way I was about to say something about what I was going through.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, of course. I couldn't. And also, like, I didn't want to. And also, I didn't have any feet to stand on during that whole time at all. And
that's a good one for your adage book.
Nice. So there was also... But there was also still, like, well, that's the thing that I know now, which is so cool that is part of my show, which was that Lil Wenker gave a workshop in February when like I was not doing great in terms of like my relationship to my creativity and my relationship to my relationship and everything was quite hard and crazy. And she asked us like it was about making your first show and I went to it because I was like I would love to hear what Lil Wenker has to say about this.
Nice. I would love to go to that workshop too.
It's so smart that she was like willing to teach people about something she just learned about.
Yeah.
Which is like a thing people never allow themselves to and she's really smart.
And it's really, really helpful to hear from someone who just
did it.
Yeah.
In a way that was like interesting and very her own thing. Boy, what was her show? Bangtail. So good.
Yeah.
Anyways, that clown show, she went and she asked us to write down 3 feelings that we'd like our show to have. Like, what you'd like the show to feel like. Or, like, 3 themes or whatever. And I put, I'd like my show to feel like, huh? Whoa. And. And then I told that to you, like, what, maybe 2 months ago or something? Like, it came up. And you were like, that's the structure of your show right now. What if we say it?
Yeah.
And I was like, right, that's literally the structure of my show.
Yeah.
That's magical.
Yeah.
That's number 9 style.
Yeah.
To me, it felt like, wow, like something magical is happening here that I am like not even attuned with sometimes.
Yeah. That feels amazing. Did we talk about number 9
Mm-mm.
thing on here? But yeah, that feeling of like moving towards moving the direction that like the rope is pulling you without knowing what you're heading towards.
Yeah.
That was like what the number 9 style is like. There's a part in my show where I do a long impression of a number 9, which I like wrote. I like came to me as though it was fully formed and is so stupid and is just like puns about numbers. But I really liked it. It really made me laugh while I was like literally writing it like this, like I didn't like feel like I was controlling my arm.
So funny.
It's so funny. And then I was like doing it with like a rolled up sweater in my shirt as like big boobs because I was the number 9. And then I was like, it was in my show, the first 3 minutes of 17 shows, which at this point I had realized that this was all a miscarriage show, but it didn't come to me until so late. Like we probably have a voice note like that I'm like, wait a second, like, because I knew I wanted to tell the miscarriage story, but it was like the beginnings of shows, and I knew I definitely wanted that in there, but why? Whatever. That's just one of the shows, and like because it's beginning the shows a bunch of times, and then I found all these ways that they're all connected to this story of how I started doing stand up after a miscarriage. But this number 9 thing, I was like, I don't know why that's in there, and then we went to the basement to find a better pillow for me to stick in my shirt for this like stupid bit. And I did write a bit that helped it make more sense to me, which was about how I wrote that. Like it was like a gift from the muses, this stupid thing that like is so dumb. Like that's what I feel like I can't control my arm to stop writing. Like that's what? Like people are speaking tongues and I get that. Funny, but like, wow, also interesting. And then we go into the basement. My partner takes me down there, and we're looking for this like pillow we have that has like a flat back and a curved front, so that our kids play with. And we're like, oh, maybe that's good for a number 9 costume. And then he like hands me my pregnancy pillow that he put down there when I had this miscarriage, so that I could just to move it out of the way. I put it on my shoulder. It falls into a perfect like font number 9 shape, and my partner and I would both look at each other like it was crazy. And he doesn't believe in anything. He does believe in some stuff, but it is a struggle for him. But that was like, we both like had chills, and we were like, what the hell? And it was like, that became my costume for it. And then I saw like how this like character in this thing was like, whatever, how it was related to this thing. And I wrote a line about it in the essay that I do. And I was just like, it made a lot of it come together because I just knew not to get rid of this part, but I did not know why. And I kept saying, we kept having a conversation. You never pushed me to take it out either. You're like, but it was like, why is it in there? And I was like, I don't know, but it's still in there.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's like these things are like incredibly important to have proof of. Like,
yeah.
Thank goodness also to get proof of that in like your first show.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just now sort of getting proof of like my Let It Be bit. I feel like that was something real special that I just got proof of. Like I have this So It Is, like I sing Let It Be, but it's So It Is, and I sing it all wrong. And like I just thought that was a funny thing to do in my show. And like I had like in the entrance of my last show, I had re-sung all the songs, all the Cher songs but I like made them in mumbles, and like because it's funny to me to engage with music that way, whatever. Why? Because I'm hard of hearing the whole time and I literally can't understand lyrics. Like, but it's so funny that it's like you don't know, but the clue's in the pudding.
Yeah. And it's like because we have this relationship where there's a lot of things that we do understand about each other, but we are outside of the other.
Yeah.
We get to like reflect back some of this stuff. With
the same thing that we're just talking about, I don't know if in this episode or the last one about tarot, that it's like I trust even if you feel I'm talking out of my asshole and I know that I am, you trust that like the exploration of it is worth it because things have happened in the past and things will happen in the future that will teach us again and again. Like, just trust whatever it is that you're feeling because look at how this other person trusts it.
Yeah.
And also, like, here's like a bunch of proof of like times when it was relevant.
And you know what? How we started working on your show was like, I think that this is like gonna get so like, now I mean, what also, knock on wood.
Let's knock. There's loads of it.
Loads of wood. First of all, loads of wood. And there's like, I think like, because now we've done 2, like we know how to do, we trust it. And we also know what we're willing, like we know that both of us are really, really willing to go all in and put a lot of effort into it. I think like when you first started directing my show, I was like, I didn't want to like, we were friends, but like we were like new friends, and we knew we had this special like thing, but I was like, I don't want to like, you were more experienced than me. You were doing like, well, I was like, I'm doing my first show. You're doing your second show. And I was like,
imagine the experience.
No, but like I was just starting to do my first show. You were doing your second show. It did feel like a big difference actually. And I was like, well, like, I don't know. I felt really like sheepish about like asking like for like how to ask for your help. Also, I was like, I'm like broke as shit, and I was like,
what we do, we send each other $600.
Yeah, and that's really nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
But I was like, I don't know, like whatever, and so I was like shy, but like now, like I wouldn't be.
Yeah,
and as we went on, like now too, like when I like need something about my show, I'm still like asking you, and it feels like really good and like something I can do. But at first, I was like, I don't know, it can be whatever. Yeah. But then by the time we were working on your show, the beginning part of it was like basically we were just like for like 3 hours or like 3 hours twice a week. We would just like be talking. And then when something came up when it felt like related to your show, we'd be like, I don't know, we were just talking around the things in your show for a long time.
Yeah.
That felt like, and there was a point actually that I was like, how does it move? Like, what do we do to make this? Because it was like swirling like pots of ideas. And I was like, what happens next then? Because it was so much of that.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, that was awesome that we did that. And at the time it felt awesome too, but I was just like, okay.
What the point of like where?
It was just felt like, oh, and then maybe also this, and then maybe also this. And it felt like at some point it was like becoming a lot of things. And then we just had to like fit it, like make it into an hour and then keep watching and keep doing it.
Yeah. But also like already thinking like what were the things that were there in the second version or the third version, like
when you were doing your work in progress in Monkey Barrel.
Yeah, it's like it is.
Yeah,
it is this.
Yeah,
but like the form, the like,
and all the connections,
and like, yeah, that's the thing that you go, this is so cool.
Yeah, somebody said actually, somebody came up to me this week and said that they had seen your like one of your work in progresses in Monkey Barrel. And then they saw this show here and they were like, wow. They were like, because I think also because they could see that the things were there and it is also so different. Like, it's really incredible. We should go back and watch like some of those.
I think so. I was just thinking right now, like maybe I'll put that up on YouTube when I put both of them up.
Oh, interesting.
Well, it's like, why wouldn't you allow people to have all of that?
Yeah, that's nice. It's really nice.
It's like it is really interesting to watch that.
That feels like a rock tumbling thing. Like it's like looking and looking and looking, and then you get lost, and you're like,
yeah,
the hell. But like it's like, oh yeah, and then all of these things you were talking about the Oracle of Delphi there. At some point, that was like should we take the Oracle of Delphi out? I was like, please no.
Yeah. Also, it's interesting because those were the times where I was like, I'm also just like really lucky to have also gotten to see like Jacqueline Novak's work in progress again and again.
Yeah, you were so inspired by that.
I went like 3 times.
How many times? 3?
Yeah, I think I went 3 times. But I think like, or at least I went 2. Like it was like, it's so, there's also that moment in your career where you go, what are the things that I like? and what are the things that I'm doing?
Yeah.
And like, why is there this big space in between?
Oh, yeah.
Well, just especially like I started when I was 21. And so like I didn't even really have like an idea of what I like. So I was just doing whatever. I was just telling stories about my family. Like that's what I was doing. And then at some point it was like, okay, with the last show, it was like, I'm trying to figure something out here. So
yeah.
And that's like something that I think will stay for me in like what I'm, because of the way I want to be alive and stuff, and like the way I want to do my shows, which is like, yeah, I'm moving towards a question. I'm not moving with an answer. Me. But that's maybe not even true. But like the last one, it was like, I have the answer. It just like, I just have to drill it. And like, there was like the thing of like, yeah, this is a hard thing, but it's like, yeah, but I'm picking with this hard thing. I'm picking that it's worth it to try. And I'm picking that like, it's important that like I look at it, not try without looking, look at it, but also like, yeah, things are hard sometimes. I'm like, let's fucking go. In theory.
Let's fucking go. In theory. Very good.
Yeah, that. But then, with this one, it's more like, yeah, like what are my knowings and like, what do I do with them? And also like, what do I think would be interesting if I were watching a show that I'd like to watch somebody be like enthused by like an idea.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
And I have real enthusiasm around ideas. Like they can really rile me up.
Yeah, it feels awesome to watch that and to like get to be part of that.
That's a new thing that right now I'm doing that's also like, yeah, which you telling me about my pauses, which is also the advice that I got on Jillian Cosgrove's show, that she gets every audience member to give advice to the other audience member, which is so nice. The power of the pause. Which is for me like a lesson I hope to learn literally every year for the rest of my life, which is like, yeah, like what if things land?
Yeah.
But that's the thing, everything, I get scared about everything being a trap, and that one feels like sometimes that for me too. I'm like, there's like a cockiness about like, if I let it land, then I'm saying like it's worth landing or whatever. And like some stuff, yeah, and then you can be like, oh, there it goes, the bottom fell. So it's like, yeah, it landed.
And what she's talking about is like,
oh, of course,
yeah, when you are telling a story, a lot of times your like instinct when it's a new story will be to like blow through the jokes, and like people, like some people, like not like people won't be able, and there's so many funny things happening, so it's like okay, like, but people don't really get a chance to laugh at them, or even like sometimes even clock that it was like a joke that you told.
Yeah, and then I get annoyed.
Yeah,
which is the worst case.
And so,
but even with this one, like now there's like just when I say about like know thyself, nothing in excess surety than ruin, the 3 maxims on the Delphic temple,
which are behind Lara in her show and are in, like accessed, they're pointed at and used the whole goddamn time.
Yeah,
loads.
There is that like moment where I get to go like, isn't it incredible a thing like this?
Yeah.
And then I can really be like, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, really, isn't it that we have this? Like, we actually have this. Like, there were other ones and they fell and these stayed. What?
Yeah.
And it's like, the giggle is funny to me. And it's like all these different types of giggles are interesting to me. And like, there's just like a whole nother way of engaging with it now that like, if you would have caught me or asked me about this 4 months ago, I couldn't have had any sort of like backbone around this, because like I would have, I was just like eating through it as fast as I could to get through like, sorry guys. And I'm like talking about this thing that doesn't have any jokes. That's like, it does have jokes also.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Yeah, like I'm being real stupid with it, but I'm like being stupid with it in a way that is meaningful towards the show.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously, that's more interesting than a joke or a quip.
Yeah. And also, you can find jokes anywhere. Like, that's not the hard part for us. So it's like, say what you mean. Say what you mean, then make it funny around what you mean.
Oh,
please.
Please. Yeah, please.
Yeah. I think a lot of people who, like, they don't know that right away in the beginning. And a lot of people, and there are a lot of people doing this really well.
Yeah, come on, of course.
And they're who we're learning from and seeing all this stuff. We just watched Michelle Brazier's taping of Reform, and we're both like, oh my God,
wonderful.
She's doing this gorgeously, beautifully, in like 8, 9 talents at a time.
Yeah.
So
amazing.
incredible. We did not invent it, unfortunately. We patent it. Be sincere and be funny. But it's like, it is something I think that there are people that would benefit from saying what you mean above. Like I just think jokes are easy to come by.
Yeah, and it's not one or the other in a way.
No.
And like, you get to have the second one so much more because you do the first one.
Yeah, and it becomes so much funnier, and it's so much deep. Like the roots are so much deeper on whatever.
Yeah.
To get people to laugh and get them to have another feeling that has a reason that you want. Yeah. To get people right. And how so smart when you're writing your thing, how you want people to feel. You want them to feel, you said, huh? Whoa. And because you wanted to explore in your show like confusion and like the power of like unwinding confusion, like feeling like you know something and understand it, getting it, and both of those things existing at once and like what you do in them. And then that is like, I think to enter into a project with the feeling you want to create is like very cool, a clear driving
Yeah.
thing.
And it's, not something I hear a lot of time.
You do, because we're talking to each other. Yeah.
We say it back and forth. Boy,
Back
are
and
we
forth.
repeating it.
Back and forth.
I mean, that's a lot of the things, which is what we're saying. That's what you gift yourself with, like giving yourself a director that you get to direct.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Well, it's like you learn.
That was also what Sagenta said. She did that with her. Sagenta is an incredible sign language interpreter who interpreted Lada's show that I went to the other day. Did we talk after this? I think we did. Anyway, it was beautiful. The most beautiful thing. Lada is talking about being hard of hearing in this show, and she is talking about the idea that learning sign language would make things easier for her and how that feels like with her like history of being a hard of hearing person and how that has felt in her life. And it's incredible storytelling, very funny, very like gorgeous way of engaging in this. And the whole time it's being signed by this really talented interpreter, Sagenta. I don't know her last name. Do you?
Cummings,
Sagenta Cummings. And then at the end, I'm not going to say the end of your show. Do you want to talk about the end of your show?
Yeah, I don't really mind. I
mean,
mean,
I never mind
but
either.
Maybe there's like a thing about that being something that people see for the first time at night.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, there is this thing where like she left me this beautiful letter where she said that signing is like dancing for words, and that means a lot for my show.
Yeah.
And like being able to say that, well, because my show is also about the messages that people they give me.
Yeah.
And also, like, if you know how to listen. And also, what about the irony that I can't listen to everybody all the time?
That's so funny.
Well,
you just look like Maya when you said that.
But she came to your show.
She came to my show, and she was like, wow, it's so nice to see how you and Lada like. And she did the Venn diagram thing from your show. And
That's
I was like,
nice.
And her little face looked so cute in it.
That's nice. Yeah. It's nice. Also, we almost got rid of that Venn diagram thing.
Yeah.
It's really, people really like that. It's like
great.
a tool.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, like, I didn't find exactly what I wanted to say about that until here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very exciting making a show.
Yeah.
And we get to do it together. And I think, like, I'm glad. I think we did a good job talking about what it's like for us. I think, right? What do you think?
I think we probably have more to say, but we don't have to say it now.
I mean, we definitely have more to say, but I wonder if that's been exactly 45
Check
minutes.
it out.
I think it has.
Incredible.
It's 7:13, and I think we started at 34.
Oh, amazing.
I think, our internal clock is right.
Lada. Disgusting.
Awful.
I'm so sorry.
Rala.
Rala.
Rala and baby. Nyah, nyah.
Rala and baby. Honk, honk.
The big
The
idea.
big idea. Wah, 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 wah.